So I stopped the phone at 2:59 because it may have looked like I was preparing to take the microphone away from Jimmy, but in fact I was just faking it. I'll talk loud. It's on? Yeah. I was just faking it. In my many years of friendship with Jimmy, of working with Jimmy, of serving under Jimmy when he was our board chair in New Haven last year, if there's one thing I learned, it's not to get between Jimmy Ryan and a microphone. It's a dangerous place to be. You can get trampled if you're not careful. And I can only come to the conclusion that Sharon Closius and Lynn Perry have figured that out too, because you notice that their setup was for me to be the one who gives Jimmy the hook. So they obviously know that too. Anyway, good evening to all of you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the opportunity to say a few words. And we are at the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven. We're honored to be your partner in philanthropy. The board members and staff of TCF, some of whom are here, I know I can speak for them and say, we are truly your partners. Because like everyone in this room, we believe in the Valley. We know the Valley. We know the Valley is a proud and strong and deep-rooted and unique community. We know that the Valley is forging its forward path, and like all of you, we believe in the future of this community. So we are deeply proud to be helping the Valley realize its bright future, just as Frank and Ross Gates and so many other Valley residents and donors and generous committed people from this community would wish us to do with the funds that they left to us. So as you will hear in a few minutes from Sharon Closius, the leader of this proud enterprise, VCF continues to build that future with new funds and new programs and new grants and new gifts. I congratulate you, Sharon. I congratulate your board on all that you've accomplished since we last met in this room a year ago, and indeed over the last 15 years. Except for the sound system, I don't congratulate you on that. So, indeed, I congratulate all of you, everyone here, on these accomplishments, because VCF is what it is, all those numbers you heard, because of you all, because of your commitment. VCF is succeeding because it embodies the community spirit that the Valley possesses in abundance. You are the people who bring that spirit to life every day in what you do and in what you give to support this community. So in all these ways, tangible ways and intangible ways, VCF today is what a small group of us envisioned more than 15 years ago, people Jimmy mentioned. We thought then, and we know now, that by mixing together the Valley's community spirit with the resources and experience of TCF, that we could create something powerful and important and lasting, something of great value, something that could undergird the whole Valley community, not only for today, but for the future. And VCF has done that for 15 proud years, and it continues to do that every day. I'm excited about our future together. Last year on this occasion, we were 4 days past the signing of our new 10-year affiliation agreement that Lynn mentioned. The ink, metaphorically, if not in reality, was still wet. Now, a year later, I'm proud to say that our new agreement is functioning well, and the structure of our partnership is firmly in place for the foreseeable future. And beyond that, I see a future of strategic as well as operational alignment for the two organizations. At the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven, we're in the midst of doing a new strategic plan for the 5-year period 2020 to 2024. Our focus is on creating a future of opportunity in Greater New Haven, a future of inclusive growth that creates opportunity for the many, not just for the few. And as we do our planning this year, we can see how complementary VCF's initiatives are, whether we're talking about your new community index, your collective impact work on childhood poverty, or the Interfaith Council that you've created. That we're working together well and that we're pointed in complementary directions doesn't happen by accident. and we owe heartfelt thanks to many. So again, to Sharon Closius, thank you so much for being our partner. To Lynn Bassett-Perry, VCF Chair, Don Smith, Vice Chair, Alan Tima, Immediate Past Chair, thank you for your leadership. To Terry Jones, new board member both at TCF and VCF, thank you for all you bring to our work and for your commitment going forward. To the board of the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven, for their steadfast commitment to our partnership with VCF, I thank you. And Joe Gordon is here, Nick Norcott is here, Greg Pepe is here or was here, and I thank the whole board. To Angela Powers, TCF's representative on the VCF board, thank you, Angela, for being there for VCF in so many ways over so many years, and for all that you're doing today. To Drew Olin, our CFO, who has also been VCF CFO for many years, and to Wendy Gamba, who's here, now VCF CFO, thank you both so much as well. And to all the staff members in our organization at VCF who labor to make our partnership work every day, day in and day out, thank you, thank you, thank you. For one final thank you, I do want to express some of my sentiments about Jimmy, as Lynn warned you that I would. I want to say a few words about Jimmy and also about what community leadership is really all about. Jimmy has done more than anyone to envision and build VCF and to build the relationship between our two institutions. So he rolled off both boards at the end of last year. I noted that on previous occasions when I've paid tribute to his contributions, he's actually been absent, preferring to play the role of grandparent to listening to me speak. So go figure, how did that happen? But so now's my chance with Jimmy in the room. So let me put it this way. Real community leadership is a rare and precious thing. It comes not just from having a corner office or an electoral victory. It comes from earning trust from many people over many, many years. It comes from showing up day after day to do the work of community, whether that means sitting around a table making grant decisions or out in the field volunteering to help those in need. It comes from having deep roots in a place, but not being so rooted that you forget to extend a hand to the uprooted and the newcomers. It comes from building a long-term legacy of community contribution. It comes from showing people every day by what you say and what you do, that while your vision may extend well beyond your home community, your heart does not. I've had the privilege in my life and in my career of working with a great many great community leaders, but no one better personifies the qualities that I just described than Jimmy Ryan. So I thank you, Jimmy, for all you've done to make VCF the success that we envisioned more than 15 years ago, and that the Gates brothers envisioned more than 80 years ago. And thank you for being a role model for community leadership. You have certainly been that for me. So thank you all once again for your commitment to the Valley. As I said, we are very proud to be your partners. Thank you.